Make the Bernie meme stop. Should we get into this? You know, it's bad enough.
I don't even honestly want to see them.
No.
We've seen enough.
Bernie Sanders was freezing cold in the audience, and they cut to him for 1 second, and the basics of the world thought this was hysterical. Well, they didn't really think it was hysterical. They said, finally, something I could get in on that takes no risk, okay? And you see this a lot. When was the last time we saw a Tiger King was this way?
When all the companies get in on it.
When the companies get in on it, I have never been more sickened than this Bernie Sanders meme. And listen, you probably did it. I bet 40% of you did it. And if that's not bad enough, it gets even worse when our comedians chime in and they use the cutout that they didn't even cut out themselves. You know, it's one thing if you sit there in Photoshop for 2 stinking hours with the eraser tool and the shift button and you cleanly and perfectly cut out Bernie Sanders, use the lasso tool to finish up the job, select inverse, hit delete. But no, the cutout has been done for them. And they have placed Bernie Sanders cold in every scenario that they could think of. And they collect these laughs, these dishonest laughs that they, believe me, there will be karma for the laughs.
If you saw any other comedians posting this, post it in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, we're going to show this.
We only have 2.
Yeah,
but I'm sure
everyone's
all
done
doing it. I just
so
didn't look into
again,
it.
you guys get a pass if you've done it. Now you know that is actually a hated thing. You know, you've committed a cardinal sin.
Someone says, I thought of doing it, but I knew it would get back to Mike.
Adobe Mike is my favorite character. Yes, I am from the Adobe Corporation. Fuck, marry, kill, Bernie, Barry, or Colonel Sanders. I'd go for, who's Barry? I'd go for Barry. I don't know who that is, but I'm thinking Barry from HBO. I'll take it. It's great when a comedian's meme has less reach than some knucklehead influencer. And we're not even talking about influencer. We're talking about, and it's always late, the comedians are the last ones to jump in on the fun. You know, the people get in on this Tiger King. Twitter gets in on Tiger King or the Bernie Sanders meme. And then it's weeks later, 3 days later, the comedians do it. We're going to show you. Here's one from Dave Landau. Dave Landau did it. Okay, look at this. Dave Landau, new merch, 10%. Oh, new merch is 10% off? I always like to start my new launch with a discount and a sale. Sales are supposed to be for, it's been 3 months and you're sitting on a stock load of crap and you can't move it. A sale is admittance of defeat. If you ever see a discount, run. Those clothes aren't good. You know, I go to the store, I go, what is the latest, newest, most obnoxiously expensive clothes you have that people aren't buying? The price is too high. Show me to that section. I could, if it says clearance, it could be the same item. You could take the item from the front that I want because it's at full price, put the clearance sticker on it. I am so turned off. So a sale is terrible. Dave Landau, new merch, 10% off. Offer code 2021 style.
People are saying fake sales are illegal.
And it is a fake sale. It's like you can't start. Your merch had to have been listed at full price for a certain amount of time to establish that that was the full price. What people like to do is they go, here's the launch of my new item. It was going to be $1,000. Now just $35 for the shirt. I should write that. I come out with a new item. Brand new Redbar t-shirts. $2,000, not just $35. Wow, that blows people's minds. So here it is. And here's the offer. I got a problem with the offer code. 2021 style. Did you come up with this? Did you close your eyes and fall on the ground and whatever the first word that popped into your dream?
And he has more merch
Let's see this
than an Ariana Grande concert.
Wow,
There's
look at this.
So many pieces available.
And how did he decide to launch the new merch? As Bernie Sanders being called. Everybody from Steven Crowder to Dave Landau.
Oh my God, it just keeps going and going.
Let's see this. Dave Landau merch. Now remember, this is immediate merch for immediate sale. Compound Media's merch is not merch at all. They use a company that uses heat transfers. So what happens is, this is how it works. When you see a merch store like this with tons of merch and it's available all the time and it's super cheap, this is what they do. They upload a JPEG. They choose the items they want to sell. The company cheaply heat presses the logo on as the sales come in. So if you buy this Pantroit Classic Tee, once you buy that for $21.99, Dave gets an email. You've just received $4. And then the company puts this heat transfer on, and in a week, you get mailed the thinnest, shittiest shirt. The logo washes off after 3. It's like putting a temporary tattoo on a shirt from a sticker machine at the grocery store. So always be suspicious of a site like this that's constantly has new merch. Look at these shirts. They're awful. The quality is terrible. The prices are wrong. All right? You know, look at this. A baby tee. Oh, here's how you know a store is bullshit and through one of these heat transfer places. If they sell a woman's tee, there's no such thing as a woman's tee anymore with the baby sleeves and that doesn't exist. Only at Zazzle, Redbubble, Society 6, and dshirt.com.
I don't even think they do a woman's tee anymore.
No one does a scoop neck.
Everybody
and
knows you
the
wear
only
the
girls,
guy one.
only girls who order these are from Florida, Texas, Kentucky. They think, you know, every shirt, by the way, is unisex, is what I'm getting to here. You ever watched an Ariana Grande anything? She's wearing a men's hoodie. But fat, white trash girls from the South go, do you ever have any woman's tee? I'll get this question. You ever going to sell any woman's shirts? Let me guess, you're blonde and your eyebrows are thin and you're 300 pounds.
And it's always the type of people, well, I mean, I don't know.
It's always the type of people who need a man's size.
I would never insult someone who messaged you for a tee, but
Look
I'd
at
have
this.
to assume
They want a scoop neck.
that someone who would buy a
This
woman's
is what I mean.
tee
You
is
can
the
see it
type
better
of person
here.
who should be wearing a thicker men's tee.
People haven't worn this since Avril Lavigne had her first single. I mean, people do not wear this anymore, besides Florida. You go to Florida outside of the big cities, they are about 17 years behind on fashion. And you go, but they're on Instagram. They have YouTube. They have the same show. How are they doing this? But these shirts, like you go into a store in like, I don't know, Jacksonville, Florida or something like that. Maybe that's too big of a city. Wherever Vlog Creations lives, you go into like a store in his town. This is like what the main shirt looks like. They put this in the front. Behold, $13. And people are still trying to hackle. You know, I was behind a woman. I'll tell you how white trash people are. I was behind a woman, you know, and you could tell they had COVID because I walked into the grocery store yesterday, and I'm telling you, I will never go to a poor person's grocery store again. I'd rather drive 3 hours to a different city to go to a grocery store than to shop with poor people. I've graduated away from shopping. If you make under $100,000, I don't want to be in the same store as you. Is that elite?
Yes.
But I'll tell you, it has its purposes. I'm walking in, and these two, have you ever been behind two fat young people that are so young and dirty and fat? And the woman looks like she's had 37 abortions in the last month, and she's wearing like tights that cost $3 that look like she's been sleeping in them for 3 weeks. She looks like a woman who just gave birth and then went out immediately. There's no baby in her anymore, but the body is still holding on to the shape of a pregnancy. Have you ever seen a woman like this? And they walk in and their shirts and pants are so thin and dirty, and their skin is so dirty, and their hair is so greasy, and they're so slow. And these are young people. They walk in, I'm behind them. And I'm like, if I get a whiff of them, I'll probably get COVID. I mean, and this is what I hear. I'm not kidding. This is what the girl says when she comes in. She looks at her big, fat, disgusting, dirty, filthy boyfriend, and she goes, oh, I feel so sick. And I'm going, then why would you come to the grocery? This is where I get my food. So I actually went there. Jules had a craving for hot dogs last night. So I ran out at about 7:30 at night. I go, I will get you the best hot dogs.
He made me a beautiful Chicago dog.
And I go to the store, and guess where these two big, fat, disgusting, COVID-ridden, just had a baby, but left it in the wherever and came into the store. They go to the hot dog. I'm not kidding. They go, I'm following them to the hot dog section. And they could not believe the prices of the hot dog. So the guy picks up a pack of hot dogs, and it says Angus beef hot dogs. And they were like $6.82 for 7 of them. And she goes, $6.82? I said hot dogs. I'm imagining $1. And instead of putting them back, they just stand there and have what seemed like a 30-minute conversation about the price of and I'm sitting there like this on the cart. And I'm starting to go make noise and grunt, and they will not move. It was like the Larry David episode where the woman's crying in front of the ice cream case. These two fat fucks. And they're touching every package of dogs that the company had.
I made you go to the store. I wouldn't be caught dead in the hot dog
I literally went to the other side of the store, got a Purell wipe from a thing. The first one was dry. That's how you know that nobody's taking them. And then I pulled another one, and I went to the hot dogs. I wiped the hot dogs down before I took them.
Someone says beef dogs. Yuck. What kind of hot dogs are your favorite?
Guys, we got one here. Your wife might be pregnant. She don't even know it. Beef hot dogs? That's disgusting.
I just don't even know what other kind you
Don't
would
even
pick.
talk to that guy. Don't talk to that guy. Everybody throw hot dogs at him. The hot dogs were delicious, even though they weren't as good as
No, it's not
we
the
like
same.
the Vienna beef Franks.
And you need the poppy seed bun, which nobody has except
I
Chicago.
actually only eat Hebrew National hot. Imagine being a rabbi and getting involved in the hot dog business. It doesn't even add up.
I think that's kind of nice, actually.
It doesn't add up. It's like, I do not eat pork, so I will get into the pork hot dog business. As a Jew, I love... You can't eat a hot dog in a suit. But rabbis have found a workaround, haven't they? They've created Hebrew National hot dog, and these are actually sold in every store. Even here, Hebrew National, you see. And you go, I don't want to eat Hebrew food. That would be like eating a Al Jazeera filet mignon. Doesn't add up. All right, so, yeah, this is white trash clothing.